everyone. I hope you're all staying healthy. When I responded to the question about what was my the resource that I used the most during the spring with Zoom, I responded that it was virtual backgrounds that I used, and I had some interest from someone who wanted to know more about how I got these virtual backgrounds as well as what I did with them. So I figured I'd go ahead and record a video and show you exactly what I did and the activities that I did, just in case any of you were interested. I am recording this on my phone, so that way I can easily go back and forth between my computer as well as my iPad, so that way I can show you what I'm doing on my computer as well as what the kids will see. I also highly recommend, if you're new to sharing on Zoom, or if you just really want to make sure that the kids are seeing what you think that they're seeing, because we've all done that where we're doing this great activity, we think we're sharing something and we're not, and none of the kids tell us that we're not sharing. So if that's ever a concern of yours, or if you just want to practice, I highly recommend joining in with another device. That way you can just check over periodically and see that what you think that they're seeing is what they're actually seeing. So what I am going to do is I'm going to first show you how to get to backgrounds. So you see right here where it says stop video, to the right next to it there is an arrow. So you're going to push the arrow and go to choose virtual background. There are already some backgrounds that are saved on here. So if you see some backgrounds that you like, you can choose it. We can go to the Golden Gate Bridge. So this is what it looks like, what the students would see. Some of them move, which is pretty cool. Like, I'd love to be at the beach right now. So let me show you what the kids see. So you see how it's moving. So those are some backgrounds that are already preset, but there might be some times where you want a different background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to save a picture and add it as your background. So what I am going to do, move this out of the way, oops. So I have gone to Google and typed in outer space and images, and I found an image that I like right there. So we're going to click on that one. You're going to right click on it and you're going to save image as. As you can see, I already have some different files that where I've saved my different Zoom backgrounds. So I am going to go into transportation because I'm going to show you what I did for my transportation theme. I'm going to type in space. I apparently already have a bunch of spaces. Let's go with space 3. All right, so I'm going to save that. Now what I'm going to do is go back into Zoom, and I'm going to go back to that same spot where I can choose the virtual background. It's already down here. There you go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click that plus right there and add image. And I'm going to look for my different backgrounds. So for example, transportation. And there's space. Now if you look in your file and you can't find the picture that you have saved, it might be that it's just not a type that is supported by Zoom. You can try saving it as a different type or just finding a different picture. But so what I'm going to do, click on space, and there we go. Now I'm in space. So and what it'll do is it'll save down at the bottom, and so you'll just keep that image in your Zoom virtual backgrounds stored just on that computer. It won't store on multiple computers, or you would have to go in and save it on a different device or computer. Whenever you're done with it, you can just X out of it. So that is how you can create your own background. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some different activities that I did with virtual backgrounds. I really used just a ton of virtual backgrounds, and it really helped to keep my kids really engaged throughout the Zoom lesson. Now the first thing I would recommend is that you show parents how to pin your video, because if you've got a whole bunch of kids and you've got some kids over here making a face, it's going to be hard to choose who to pay attention to. as well as the kids might not know where to look. So what you're going to do is there are those 3 little dots right there on the right of the picture, and you're going to instruct the parents to go to pin video, and then your picture becomes the biggest one. So that way, that's what they pay attention to. You know, you might still see some different videos up at the top, but yours is the biggest. So one of the activities that I did was that I would either take a picture of a physical book or screenshot some online books, and then I would turn them into my background. That way I wasn't having to, you know, fumble around with an actual book and make sure the kids could see it and try to see the words myself. And I could also direct them exactly where I wanted them to look. So for example, I'm going to go to choose virtual background, and this was for my transportation theme. I did a Maisie book. So I'm going to show you what I did. So for example, you know, it'll look just like that on a kid's device. So I can say like, oh look, there's Maisie. Where are the wheels? And I can point to the wheels. No, I'm not always going to show up exactly perfectly, you know, but you can do the best that you can. But, you know, there's a wheel. Oh, look, there's the steering wheel. Let's honk. Beep, beep. So it's great because you can really direct the kids exactly where to look. You can even have some pictures of different hidden items in the background, and, you know, they can tell you where to look and where it is. So that was one thing that I did a lot with them. I also, for my background, when we were doing the transportation theme, I would do something like put up, there we go. I would put up some train tracks, and you have to pretend that I have a train. My kids are asleep, so I can't go into the room and get one. And you know, I'd have the train track and say, okay, friend, where should we go on the train with the train? Oh, we should go get some gas. Okay, let's go over there. Choo choo, chugga chugga, choo choo. My hand disappeared. There we go. Or you know, I really want to go shopping. Where should I go? Oh, to the mall. So we go over to the mall with the train. The kids really like that because they like to be able to tell the train where to go. Or even if I had a rocket ship and I said, okay, look, I have a spaceship. Is this where we'll find a spaceship? No, where would I find a spaceship? And then they would, you know, tell me outer space. So that was something that worked really well with my kids and they really enjoyed doing. I did lots of activities for transportation and bugs because those were our last 2 themes of the school year. I also used it a lot with my goodbye song, so that way I wasn't having to fumble around and look for, you know, show them pictures and try to, you know, point while also holding on to something. It was just super easy to have it in my background. So, you know, then I would be able to, you know, I'll show you what the kids would see. And you can see how fast that you can go between backgrounds. You know, so the goodbye song goes, bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as loud as we can. Bye! And it would be really loud, and then all of a sudden I would switch to quiet. And then we'd, you know, say bye quiet, bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as quiet as we can. And then so you can see how I can quickly change between backgrounds for my goodbye song. There's fast, there's slow, there's happy, there's sad, big, little. So all I was doing right over here is just quickly clicking between all of them. And it shows up really quickly for the kids. And then whenever you are done with the virtual background, you just turn it off. And now I'm back in my living room. But I hope that was really helpful. I found that changing the backgrounds was really engaging for my 3 to 5-year-olds, but you can definitely, I feel like you can use it for older kids as well. It was a great way to keep them engaged without having to fumble around with too many, you know, actual manipulatives or books or, you know, something in your hand, or hoping that they were looking at what you wanted them to look at while, you know, sharing something like a virtual book or something. Ooh, I heard thunder. Let me know if you have any questions. I would be happy to help about this or anything else on Zoom. And I hope that this was helpful and you enjoyed it.